Welcome to the Ball Not Court Podcast.
It didn't
Cortez
start.
here.
It paused.
It
was like, nah. Okay, now.
And that familiar voice over there to my right-hand side, like you can really see him.
Nah.
It's Kevin Carter. Hey, we're doing this podcast about really late because I did say we was going to do it because we got Christmas coming up and definitely a happy holiday. But Merry Christmas to all you wonderful folks out there. That's coming up here soon. That will be listening to this show. Kevin, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. Did you say Merry Christmas already?
Yes.
Good. I don't have to.
So we'll say it also again at the end of the podcast. But nonetheless, welcome to this edition. We'll be covering NFL and then some NBA because, as my co-hosts like to say,
the season started.
The season will start for him.
The season starts on Friday.
Yeah, the season starts for him on Friday. That's his adage. That's what he's been believing for years. And
1 year it really did.
And yeah, so
one year it really did start on Christmas.
But yeah, we'll talk about. This is gonna be real short. We're gonna talk about
like the season was that year it started.
Odell Beckham. We'll talk about the Pro Bowl selections and snubs, and we got NBA Christmas. So. And that'll be on the agenda tonight. So right now, let's get started with Odell Beckham. As you know, he is suspended for one game. It was upheld when he tried to get the appeal, and it was heard on Wednesday. And of course, obviously, he did not get that option to actually come back and play. So he will miss the game against the Vikings. And he did come out with an apology. I owe some people an apology. I wasn't raised to act like I did the other day. I'm here not to make an excuse for my conduct. About anything that was said or done to me. This is about my behavior. I'm responsible for my behavior. People expect better from me. I expect better from myself. Kevin, I'll go ahead and let you expand on this and your thoughts and opinions on Mr. Odell Beckham.
Someone better have shot you, said they were going to your mama's house and killing her, or doing something like that for him to act the way he did in that game. For him to justify his actions during that game. They were selfish, they were ignorant, and they could have hurt somebody. He earholed a guy that was making the tackle after the play was already over. Just flat out ducked his head and put it right in the dude's earhole. You could have ended dude's career doing that. It was selfish. He should have been kicked out of that ball game. Which I don't know what the refs were doing. He should have been thrown out. If that would have been any other thing, they would have all got thrown out of the game. If it would have been the other way around and Norman would have hit him like that, they would have threw him out of the game. It was just terrible what he did. And I don't care what was said, what was done. There's probably been a lot said and a lot done worse in a game. But you don't go and you don't earhole a guy that could have cost you a career and injured someone. That was just stupid. 3 personal fouls. There was 3 personal fouls and 4 total penalties called on him that game. He should have been kicked out of the ball game. And that was stupid for the referees to not kick him out of the ball game. And they could have put a stop to some of that mess. That was their fault. It's just stupid.
I got to watch all this game, and when I saw how it initially started out, I'm like, okay, well they just playing field goal like that, and they kept going. And so I'm thinking to myself, like you're saying to yourself, why is this guy not getting kicked out of the game? Because it's obviously his mind is not there. They must have got to him. Like I said, the thing before what happened in the field.
He got thrown out. He got thrown off his game.
Yeah, there were some threats and everything like that. That he said that he felt threatened and everything.
They got a baseball bat on the sideline. They was going to come out there and sting you and hit you with a baseball bat? This isn't WWE, bruh. They're not going to come out there and beat the crap out of you with a baseball bat. That's stupid. You felt threatened because they have a baseball bat swinging it on the sideline. They're not going to hit you with the baseball bat. You want to know why? Because they'll go to jail. You can't be that. You can't be that ignorant to go, I felt threatened because they had a baseball bat. No. They're not going to do anything with the base. They're not going to do anything. Even if they were swinging it around, they're not going to do anything because they would go to jail if they hit you with a baseball bat. That gave you no reason to go and earhole somebody and try to hurt them. They gave you no reason to do the stupid crap that you did during that football game. No reason whatsoever.
Yeah, and I'm sitting and watching the games here, and he was somewhere else. And, I mean, I know he's been hearing the whole Josh Norman is the best corner, and he's going to be guarding. Apparently, they're making this the whole, best receiver and best corner guarding each other and everything like that. But when you made it, like Kevin said, when you make it yourself above the team, when y'all still have a shot to win the division, honestly.
And to win that game.
Yeah, and to win that game, it just was uncharacteristic. And I thought he should have been thrown out. And then once he did, like he said, Kevin Earhole, where he hit him coming back, yeah, I just like, okay, he did initiate that time, but you came back and you hit him. He's defenseless receiver as he was. I mean,
he was a corner. He was defenseless.
He was defenseless.
He wasn't even paying attention.
Wasn't paying attention. And I'm thinking like, ooh, that's bad. I'm glad he's okay because that could have got a lot worse.
It was a legit earhole. And he's lucky. Odell Beckham is lucky somebody didn't get up and spear him directly in the chest and just wayloaded him. He's lucky it wasn't worse for him on his end either.
And it's funny, man, to me, not funny, but that this ended up turning to be a good game because they came back and actually could have, like Kevin said, could have won, but yet there it is, being all about Odell Beckham again. But it's a young player. I hope he learns from it. I mean, I know he's a cocky player, and every night, he's confident in himself. Let's just say that.
No, all of them have egos.
Yeah, he has egos.
All of them have egos.
Hopefully he learns from it, and I mean, this is one that.
But then they fined Josh Norman for grabbing his face mask after he got earholed, and for hitting Odell Beckham after he got earholed.
There was times
they would have found me. They would have found me a lot because I would have known.
His team told him to stop, and Odell Beckham kept going. So even Josh Norman was like, "Look, I stopped, and he's still coming at me." He even went at what's the other quarterback name?
He went at everybody. He went at everybody on that team because he's
Finnegan. He was going at Finnegan too. So it was beyond me, man. And as you saw, I think Joe Buck and Troy Aikman that were coming. Like they felt like it was embarrassing to watch that.
It was uncalled for.
So as Kevin mentioned, Norman did get fined. He got fined $8,000 for a face mask and $17,000 for striking an opponent in the head and neck area. So, and he's going to try to fill those fines as well. So,
why did you grab his face mask? I don't know. Did you watch the video where he earholed me? That may be why I grabbed his face mask.
I think the face mask will probably come back, but I think striking the opponent isn't as bad as he was doing it too. So Josh Norman is also guilty of this as well too. But like I said, it shouldn't have come down to that. But you hit a dude in the head, defenseless. Yeah,
because he was just standing there.
Yeah. So.
I was like, oh my god.
So, yeah, man, that was just a crazy game to watch.
The best part is people are surprised that it got upheld.
Yeah.
I can't believe they upheld that. What? Are you lying?
Yeah, come on, seriously. I mean, it had to be just those fans of the Giants team that think, like, oh, they got upheld. Like, no, listen, that guy deserves to be suspended.
You cannot spear.
He should have been ejected in the game. If you didn't think he shouldn't be ejected, I don't know what to say. I understand why you thought that guy shouldn't be ejected. He's playing foolish. So, nonetheless, we'll move forward and we'll break down this pro roster that's been released. So, me and Kevin was talking about the era. They do a whole new. Well, they've been doing this for a third year in a row where they gonna have the Hall of Famers wide receiver Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin going to draft.
Yeah, they're drafting this year. Michael Irvin keeps winning.
So, they have a live draft on ESPN at 8 p.m. And some of the players to highlight is I know they got 10 Panthers players on the squad for the NFL. Well, I don't know why I say NFC. Like they said,
they got 10 Panthers players, 10 Patriot players, and they got a bunch.
Yeah, they got a bunch of people out here. So, some of the high ones they highlight of course, Tom Brady, Cam Newton, Ben Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson, some of the few.
Aaron, Ben,
Antonio
Carson
Brown,
Palmer.
who's having a fantastic year. You got Doug Martin, had a resurrection.
Doug Martin with his rebound year, so to speak, making it in.
AP, who had that.
Came back with leading the league in rushing.
Yeah, so
the Young Bucks.
Todd Gurley.
And Devontae Freeman.
Solid year as well.
Even though Devontae Freeman fell off a little bit come lately, but he was able to get in, and Gurley with his late season push. Yeah. I think they just put him in because he had a few good games where he broke off 80-yarders, but then he had the game where he didn't even have 30 yards.
I said it's the Cortez and they moved on from Andre Johnson because they had a young stud and DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, Hopkins made it in, yeah.
Solid.
The ones I got problem with are Calvin Johnson making it in and A.J. Green really making it in, and neither one of them have had very solid years. Yeah. For Calvin, it's a way down year for him.
Very off year for him. As far as defense, Khalil Mack for the Raiders.
He's making his
first. He's solid,
Making his first. Tyrann Mathieu making it in, even though he tore his thing now, so he's not good. All the cornerbacks from the AFC.
Yeah, you got two Broncos there. They got Chris Harris Jr., who I thought deserved to be in there as well.
Really? Is Malcolm Butler going to ride this whole thing?
Yeah.
He's still riding one play because he is not. To me, he's not been Pro Bowl caliber this whole year.
Average. I mean, he had
average.
He has a few good games there, and I give him
average.
Okay, he's solid, but I don't know if he's Pro Bowl there. I agree with you. Now, Aaron Donald for the Rams has been solid this year too for the Rams.
Fletcher Cox making it another Pro Bowl.
Patrick Peterson, Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
Josh Norman, of course, we mentioned him.
Look at the linebacking core.
Tyrann Mathieu, he's out for the season, so I guess they're going to replace him.
Yeah, just look at the linebacking cores.
Yeah, linebacking cores. Wow. Solid.
400 sacks between all these guys.
Clay Matthews. Wow.
Mara Bowman, Kinkley, Bobby Wagner. Good Lord.
Some of these people in special team, of course, you got Gotowski, who has been always consistent for the Patriots, so you got no argument there. Dan Bailey is he the only Cowboys that made the team?
No, I think
Zach
Martin made it. Yeah. And Travis Frederick. And the whole line made it, I think.
Good for the Cowboys. Let's see, you got Darren Sproles, Tyler Lockett, the rookie there.
Oh, yeah.
Coming on there, give him a slot there. So.
Return specialist.
Yeah, so, I mean, we got to, now let's go into the snubs here. Now, I'll let you go first on a few ones.
Definitely D'Angelo Williams. I think D'Angelo Williams got snubbed. He came in beautifully and has done an amazing job with Odell being out. When he was suspended, he did an amazing job. And when he went out, he did a great job as well.
32 years old, man.
Yeah.
He should have been in there.
He was one of the best pickups because of what he has brought to the table for. Just imagine where Pittsburgh would be if he wasn't there. Mm-hmm. One that I'm really pissed about is Allen Robinson. The league leader, tied for the league in touchdown catches, top 5 in receptions, top 7 in reception yards, top 1. I think he's number 1 in yards per catch, and you snub this guy. Just snub. Why? Because he plays in Jacksonville. Okay.
This is a shame.
We'll see you next year.
This is a shame because you know what?
But he's the first alternate. He shouldn't have